Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling well. Peace and blessings to the Akiyom, putting on as the elect, striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness by being obedient to what is written inside these scriptures. Shalom. This is your brother Kasad out of Great Millstone, Austin. Wanted to do a lesson going into these current events that we see happening down at the border in Texas, and Donald Trump, right? Because he is riling up, these Edomites out here. And, you see these things happening that were prophesied inside these scriptures, these prophecies unfolding and everything. And you know that we are in that very same time that the Lord told us, that it's the end of the world. We have this is the hopeful year or Jacob's trouble, coined by our elder apostle Tahar. And you see Jacob's trouble getting ready to kick off live in effect. You see the civil war at our doorsteps. The scriptures talks about in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16, and Isaiah 19, Egyptian against Egyptian. You see these things kicking off in the land in which we in. And Trump is riling up these Edomites, man, bringing them back into their bloodthirsty, prideful, nature, right? As he always has done. This is one of the reasons, I speaking with a relative that liked Trump and, kind of surprised him. But I told him that he's good for this place because he'll bring on the destruction of this place. And so the Lord is using Trump to bring on this civil war that's spoken about inside these scriptures, which brings in Jacob's trouble as well. All right, because once that chaos happens, they're going to try to bring in that order. And through Jacob's trouble comes into that time, that great time of tribulation and everything. But let me read this and then get some precepts, and prayerfully this will be edifying to the body going into these current events that are happening, man. And these prophecies, these visions is speaking. All right. This is, matter of fact, I'm going to start it off with a scripture. This is Amos 3:7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Okay. The prophets are the servants of the Lord, the ambassadors, the messengers, the ones who are relaying what's happening on the face of this earth, man. All right. What's happening on the face of this earth and what's getting ready to happen. Okay. The Lord has given these secrets unto them, revealed these things unto them. All right. And they're filtering what's happening inside our reality, these current event stage, through these scriptures. Okay, because in these scriptures, they tell us what to look for, what to watch, what to measure the time with, and everything, man. All right, but this is Washington Post going into the 91 charges Trump is facing right now, man. While he's running for president and is becoming the nominee for the Republican Party at this time. Okay, so he's big plays, the type of plays that will get somebody, in the past deleted, right? But we're gonna have to see these things play out, man. But these things are heating up out here. It says former President Donald Trump faces a total of 91 charges, right? This is unheard of. 91 charges across 4 criminal cases. They include 44 federal charges and 47 state charges, all of them felonies. Trump has denied wrongdoing in each case, all of them felonies. Damn. It says Trump has denied wrongdoing in each case. The most several federal counts are those related to obstruction, which is punishable by up to 20 years imprisonment, man. This is more evidence that the judicial system is fraudulent, right? Because no one should be able to walk free. They should be considered a flight risk or a risk to their own health of some sort. If you facing all these damn charges, they should keep eyes on you, all the time. You should be in a jail cell somewhere. If that judicial system was truly there to bring justice, right? But yet we see that you prey on the weak, you prey on the poor. That's who's filling the jailhouse. People who don't have the means to fight for their own selves, their own justice, right? People who've been impoverished all their lives to the point that they're just used to it. Yeah, another weekend in jail, got to pay off these tickets, got to go to jail next month, then pay child support. Just bullshit, man. Because you ain't got the money to do so. But while the rich, this shows them that they can get away with 91 charges, all these damn felonies, risking all this time in prison as long as you got the money, man. Right? This is ridiculous. But Trump, even though he's in this situation running for president, doing this, that, and the third, facing all these charges, he's still making plays, man, calling plays. All right. This is USA Today. It says 25 states with Republican governors signed letters supporting Texas in border control fight. All right. 25 states of America, which is half, you go ahead and say half of America is, they're going to support what's happening in Texas at the border, which Greg Abbott is doing, and send the troops. All right, this is BBC News. It says 25 Republican governors back Texas in escalating border standoff with the U.S. government, which today they had a deadline to meet. They said if you don't do this, that, and the third, man, they sending, it's going to be some repercussions. All right. It says U.S. state Oklahoma sending National Guard to help Texas with border control. Okay. It says I heard Florida did as well. DeSantis also sent his National Guard. But it says Trump calls on all willing states to send National Guard soldiers to Texas. All right, so man, you see Trump calling plays, facing all sorts of racket charges and everything, but he's still being the man that the Lord is using to orchestrate, this civil war. This is GOP governors have already sent troops to Texas amid civil war fears, man. It's a fear of civil war. All right? It's in the air, man. All right? This Edomite is being riled up in this time in which we in, man. This is what you see happening on the face of this earth. Let's see. Grab this Psalm 73rd chapter. I'm going to start at 3. Psalm 73 and 3, it says, matter of fact, start at 5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And we're seeing a great example of Trump not being in trouble like other men, not being plagued like other men, He's got a lot of woes right now, man. But he's still walking around freely doing shit. They say he got up and just walked out the courtroom today, man. He's doing whatever the hell he wants to do at this point in time which he's living in. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment, man. So he's riling up this Edomite, into his natural estate, being prideful and being that violent man. Okay? This is what Trump is doing to these Edomites. This is what the Lord is using Trump to do for these Edomites out here, man. Put them in that natural estate, that being that vile man. Because the Edomites of today are, wanting to be homosexuals and pedophiles. They want to be hippies, do as thy will. They want to be, weak men, snowflakes they call them, right? Can't handle pressure, can't do nothing, just weakness is what they're resembling now. They want this society to just, let's just get along. Right? This is what they promote here on the day-to-day. But you see the difference when Trump gets into the ring, Trump gets into the area, these men get riled up. They get into that violent, ancient spirit, man, of these Edomites, man. You see that perpetual hatred, coming off of them. All right? And it's a beautiful thing, man. I told a relative once that said that they liked Trump, and I kind of, left them baffled. I told them as well, I said, well, Trump's good for this place because he's going to bring on the end of this place, right? because of all these things you see happening right now on the face of this earth. You know, the Egyptian against Egyptian. The sedition of man, as it talks about in Second Esdras. But man, this place is divided, is what you see, and this is what he brings on that deep division. The 25 states, man, it's a deep division, and that division is very evident. This is Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, man. So this kingdom is clearly divided, and the kingdom is the Edomite, the self-proclaimed white kingdom. All right, it's divided. Right, and this is also Rome 2.0, and Rome, undergoed a lot of inward fighting, and it was part of the reason why it fell. Okay, because all the inward fighting, and you see this also happening in Russia and Ukraine. These are Edomites killing Edomites over there, man. And the death toll on both sides together equals over 1 million people. Over 1 million Edomites have lost their lives over there in that war over land, man. So Matthew 12:25 says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, man. So this place, this house, America, Babylon the Great, shall not stand. And it's prophesied not to stand. All right? It's prophesied that, in the times in which we live in, this place is going to be destroyed. All right? It has a pending judgment or doom, that's hanging over this place. And we are at that time because these visions are speaking that the Lord warned us of and to be watching for. Okay? This is Matthew 24:7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, we seeing that in the current events. All right. It says, and there shall be famines. We seeing famines and pestilence, disease X. All right. The C19. We seeing all sorts of pestilence, new pestilence every day. And it says, and earthquakes. China just had the 7.1 earthquake in diverse places, but these earthquakes are ringing out all over the places. All right. So the Lord is showing us that, man, we are at the end. We are at the end of this place in which we are, man. Let's see. Grab this in 2nd Esdras 9:1. It says, and he answered me, then said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and that's with the word. All right. It says, when I see part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, which is written inside the word, these current events that are happening on the day to day. It says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. So, man, seeing these things happening is an indicator that the Lord is visiting this world in which he made at this very time. So it's very exciting time. It's a joyous occasion to hear them talking about civil war, nuclear war. All right. You're talking about the end of Esau Edom's empire, and the end of his kingdom is the beginning of Jacob's kingdom, as the scriptures talks about as well. All right. A kingdom of righteousness ran by Yahushua. And this is what we want, man. So you seeing the fall, you seeing this thing tick up to the fall of Esau's kingdom. All these things that you see happening on the main scale, the main stage, current event. All right. So it says, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, so the Lord has declared these things, the ending from the beginning. All right, and given us warning since ancient times about these things that are going to be happening before the coming of our Savior Yahushua. All right. So, man, it's a beautiful thing watching this vision speak. The end is manifest, which means that these words are clearly, happening out here in our society right now, man. All right. We are entering into that time of great tribulation and great trouble. All right. As Esau Edom kingdom is divided and is fallen and everything, man, this is the time of Jacob's trouble, as the elder apostle Tahar has coined it, man, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Right? Let's see, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. I start at 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there should be sedition against men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," man. So, man, there is going to be total anarchy, all right, madness, chaos in these streets. Okay? This is what is leading into, that order out of chaos. All right? Or chaos, they want a chaos and things to get so chaotic that they gotta put those draconian measures into effect. All right? That martial law and everything. And 17 says, "And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to," man. That's the martial law. They're gonna stop people from moving around as they did back in COVID-19. All right. So these things are not far-fetched about happening. These things are going to happen and have happened already to a certain extent of them locking shit down. Right. It says, "For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid," man. And these tough men out here, man, are going to be as women in this time frame in which we living in, man. This is a very horrific time frame in which we're entering into. We get this and close out. Just wanted to do a lesson going into these current events, involving Trump, having 91 charges, him calling plays still, the 25 National Guard or the states sending their National Guards down to the border. They're pumping their chests at each other. Greg Abbott going against Texas, which Greg Abbott is not to be trusted as well. Like, all these people in positions of leadership are being used, and they're being used to rile you up and to bring on the end, rile up Esau and bring on the end of his empire ultimately. And it's the Lord that's ruling in the hearts of men, but he's ruling through these individuals, man, these wicked men. All right? These men are all elites and globalists at the end of the day, man. They got shit to fulfill. And once you're done fulfilling it, what they need you to do, they're going to offer you like Epstein. All right? So, but, it's, you seeing the Egyptian against the Egyptian. You seeing the Jacob's trouble kicking off, the Civil War kicking off. You seeing a time of none of never before, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive and having eyes to see. But this is Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be," man. So, man, we are witnessing the end of this world, the end of this age. All right, the end of Esau Edom's kingdom, and it's a beautiful thing. All right, because it brings on the beginning of the kingdom of righteousness, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. So with that, perfectly, this is edifying to the body. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakav Kadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling well. Peace and blessings to the Akiyam, putting on as the elect, striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness. Shalom. Keep pushing. Almost out of here.